Good day guys, welcome to another series of our Python tutorial focus. So in the last video we discussed about how we create our registration functions and our login functions for validations, because users must create an account and then they must sign in before they can add products to the cart. So now in this series I will show you guys how we can allow users to add products. So but now let's dive into the course. Now we don't need to call these functions here currently, now for now. So all things that we just need to do, this is our existing code, this is our existing program code. Now it is not the time now, but in here we need to do something here. I think we need to put a print statement here. So this print statement will allow the users to know that let's just say kindly create an account. Yeah. So now this will tell the users will tell them that they should create an account here anytime they are about to create an account here. So now in this code, now let's now create an empty list. Let's call this empty list of products. So because this product, now this is an empty list, there is nothing there, because we want to allow the users to add products to the cart here, which is this to add products to the products list here. So now let's dive into the course. Now first thing that we need to do is print something that will tell the users that adding products app program. So now, so in that case, if that should be the case, so we can put an escape character here to be new line, so that there should be a space between these adding products app programs and co. So now in the next thing that we need to do is call the registration functions. So now we need to call the registration functions here. So after calling the registration functions here, we need to create a while loop. So now we see meaning that while true. So in this case we are creating a while true. So while true means meaning that the while condition is true. So we don't need to specify any other conditional statement or a thing. So inside the while true, now we need to call the login now. So now we call the login functions inside the while true. So meaning that once we call these login functions, now after the user successfully creates their accounts here, so there should be a functions to log them in, which we have defined here. We have already defined the functions here, and we created the function for registration here too. So under here now, so what we allow the users to do is after they are successfully logged in, so we want to tell them to add a product. So now but first, before that, we need to define something. We need to define an option for the users, whether they want to add a product or they want to fill the product. If they want to add a product, they will add a product. If they want to fill the products that we have already in product list, they can also fill the existing one. So now it will now be options. Now let's call these options. So let's call it option. So now we now create an option, but the options now we now make it a multi-string like this. Like I'm telling the users that view product, that means this option will tell them view product, and then this second options will allow them to add products. And then so we have the third options that said log out. You can just say log out. So and then we should add maybe let's think of something we can use for the number 4. So this one is add okay, now let's say delete products. Let's say delete products. This one should not be delete product. So but in here we're not going to be using tab, so we have this one should not be quit or log out, or let me just say quit rather. Let's use quit. So now this option tells the user what to do. So immediately they logged in. So then you should see an option that automatically print these options out. Let's say no. So print options. So this one will now print options out. So now let's check our program. Let's see how our program works. Let's test it out. So now you see that adding product app program. So kindly create an account here now. So then let's say we want to create an account, and then we are creating an account. So then we create a password. Password is successful. Now let's log in to the account with username and password. So now you see that login successful. So now an option was displayed for the users on what they want to do. Oh sorry, we still have login to your account again. So because we added this login inside the while loop, so it shouldn't be there. The login function should not be inside the while loop. The login function should be outside the while loop, so that it won't be calling the options. So now, but in here now, we can just tell the users that select an options of an action. That means of an action of things that they want to do. So now let's recheck the programs again. Let's just run the code very fast because of time. So now let's say this one is at Gmail, getting the Gmail for them to register with, and then the password is also still the same thing. So now do you see that login to your account? Now the login to your account is this. We are entering the password. Now do you see something that this code continues to be executing? But since the condition is true, that's why this code is continuing to be executing. So it shows that our program is working the way we want it. So now we now create a variable. So now this variable will now be cmd, let's say command. So now in this cmd now, it will now be an input functions that said select option by number, so that they can select the option by their number. So either one to view products, then 2 to add products, 3 to delete products, and 4 to quit products. So actually let's add all these functions. Let's add the while loop. Let's add all this while loop into a function called products. Let's add it to products. Let's create a function so as to make our work more easier. Now, so inside there now, so anytime you see yellow line, meaning that there is one particular program in Python called in PyCharm called pep8. Pep8 will help you to format your code. The main reason why you are seeing underline here, meaning that this function, anytime you are creating a function, it requires two space line before you can define a function. But because I have one given now, you will see now if I hover on this yellow line, you will see the output of the code now. Now this is a redeclare product definer but without usage. Rename the enemy. Okay, the elements. So now let's say okay, our product is products. Our function is products adding. Now we change the name now. Now even though we change the name, we still have a yellow line too, because it's complaining that we have used the word product here. So we have used a variable called product here, and then we are still using it for function. So it will be contradicting now. This pep8 is now complaining that expected 2 blank line found 1. That means expected 2 blank line found 1 means it expects you to put a 2 space line here. So if you put a 2 space 1 line again like this, then you should not see this error again. So the error should be removed. So now do you see we have let's continue with our program. Said now why this, then we should said we have okay, now I would want us to copy this whole code. Let's copy this whole code. Let's put it, since we have a functions that handle everything, so now let's put everything inside the function. So now let's put everything inside the function. So now we have all the code inside the functions now, inside a single function. So now let's put it there. So now let's continue with what we are dealing with here. So now we have the select options by users. Now let's say if cmd, that means if options of the users equals to 1, it's equals to string 1, so equals to 1. So what should happen? So what should actually happen? So what should happen is the user should be able to view the product. So let's say print view product. Okay, now let's use formatted string. Let's formalize this code. Let's say f formatted, you select view option, view products option. Yes, let's say you select this, and let's personalize it with the username of the user. So now we personalize that with the username. So now then what should now happen? Then we should now print products. So we allow the users to view the products in the client, in the products list. So now that is it. So elif cmd equals to 2. Elif cmd equals to 2. So elif cmd equals to 2. So what should we do? Let's just copy this. Let's copy this one line so that it won't be wasting it won't be a waste of time writing repeated code. So you select, what's the second option? So let's check the second option. The second option is add product. So we want to select add product option. So let's say we want to allow the users to add products. So now it will now ask the user to enter their input. So now to enter their input is now add them to enter the product input. So now we can just say add underscore products. We want to add products to the cart, so we are getting the input from the users here. So it should be an input function that said enter product name, enter product name. So now enter product name here. Now user should enter the product name. So if user entered any product name, so we can now set product, add the product to the list. So we can now say product dot append. Don't forget the method, the list method. So the list method is used to add a data to the existing list. So product dot append add product. So meaning that what we are just trying to do here is very simple. We are just trying to add the product to here. So we are appending the product that the user has entered to the existing one. So now we are not going to print that. We're not going to print that formatted string. Then let's call add product has been added to products list. So has been added to products list. So that is what we are dealing with here. So has been added to product list. So why this is being added to the product list? So the next option is, I think, is elif cmd equals to the third option, which is, what is the third option here? So delete products. So that means elif, So we should not say that. Now let's copy this, because that shows, make it significant that you selected delete product option. So that means the user should delete a product. Now, so okay, let's say the user should enter the name. So let's say delete underscored products. So it should be an input function. So we should allow the users to enter the product name here. Enter product name here. Enter product name to, let's make it capitalize everything. So enter product name to delete. So once the user has entered the product name to delete, so we should now call the function, so product dot remove. So then it should not be delete. So now delete product. So meaning that this function will now remove the product from the list. And then we can do one thing for the users here. Let's add continue statement to all these things so that the program should continue. So after adding the products to the list, so then we should print a product. We should print all the products out again, and then it should be continue statement again. So there should be a continue statement in all. So this one too, let's say you said print formatted string. Let's say delete product has been deleted from the list. So now this has been deleted from the list, and then we should print the product again for the users to see that they actually deleted the product from the list, and then continue again. So now we have the three options set. So the last one on the list is quit. So now elif cmd equals to 4. That means the last option on the list. So elif, if the option is 4, so what should happen? So this product should be, you should have this, you select quit option. Let's add option. So you select quit option. So now let's ask for their opinion. Let's call this opinion. Input. So input the opinions of the user. Do you want to assist the app? You want to assist the app. That means you want to quit the app. So now we now ask for the opinion that if opinion of user equals to yes. So now we can just say here, just make this to be more yeah. So if options of the users is yes, if opinion of the user is yes, then you can format the string and tell that thanks for running our app. So thanks for running our app. Do have a great day. Then let's put in username here. We are just making it to be personal. So do have a great day username. Yeah, do have a great name username. Then we should just quit the user. That means break out the loop. Else if what the users enter is actually maybe no, or let's make the programs to be more specific, since it's options of no and no. So okay, now let's say else, rather else, then you can just say continue, so that the program should continue like that. So this program is now complete like this. So now can we just go through what we have done so far? So now this is the starting of the project. So this is the registration functions that we created in the last previous video. So this is the login project. So now this is now the product functions that we created for users to be able to add products, and then view products, delete products, and then quit the application. So now then we now establish a while true statement to continue to be executing this code one by one. Then we try to work on every option that the users are selected in this code. So after that, so we have the rest of the code like this. Now can we just run the program? Let's say product adding, so it's a function. Product adding is a function, so we just call the product adding directly. So all you just have to do is just call the function, and let's run the code. So now using that adding products, now let's create an account. And let's create an account. Let's create an account here. Let's run the account. The password. Session successful. Then let's log in. So now login successful. So select an option. So we want to select an option. So let's say we want to fill the products. Now let's say few products. Now we fill the products. Now do you see that the product is empty? There is nothing on the product. So product is empty. Now it's asking us to select an options again of actions that I want to perform. Let's say we want to add products. So now do you see that we say you select add product option, then enter the product name. Let's say we enter maybe Apple. Now do you see that Apple has been added to the list? So Apple has been added to the product list. Then we have Apple here. We have Apple here. So then the rest of product that we have here. Now we know how to add more products. Now let's say add another product. So now let's say this time around we are adding mango. Now you see that mango has been added to the list. Mango was added to the list. So let's say we want to add another product, and then this time around we are now adding pear. Let me just say pineapple, not pear. So pineapple. So pineapple has been added to the list. To add another fruit, another product. So let's say once to enter pear. No, pear has been added to the list. Now let's select the third option to delete the item from the list. Now I want to say, okay, I want to delete the apple. Now enter products to delete. We are deleting apple. Now do you see that apple is no longer in the list again? Apple has been deleted. So let's say we want to delete pear again. This time around we are selecting 3 to delete pear. So now enter the name. Now you see pear has been also been deleted. We only have mangoes and pineapple left. So now let's say we no longer wants to do anything, wants to exit out of the program. So now this is 4. Now it asks us, you select quit option. So do you want to exit the app? Yes or no? So let's say yes, I want to exit. If I said no, then the program continues again. Do you see that? If I said no, the program continues again. Then let's choose 4 again, and then let me select yes for the program. And then do you see that? Thanks for running our app. Do have a great day. Then the program finished. Now do you see that we successfully built a product adding applications in a console base with what we have learned so far from the beginning of this course to this moment of functions? So this is the projects that we built with everything that we have learned so far from Python. So guys, this is where we stop on Python for beginners. This is Python tutorial for beginners. So in order for you to get the advanced levels of this course, guys, you need to purchase our master Python class for advanced level. So in the next levels of Pythons, that in the next videos that we'll be working on in our Python advanced tutorial course for advanced learners. From this is the beginner levels of the videos. So for the advanced level, we will be covering a lot of things that have to do with object oriented programming. We'll be covering a lot of object oriented programming in Python, and we'll be working with different modules. We're working with different kind of modules. So the link will be dropped in the video descriptions, so that you can get the advanced Python tutorial of this course, because this is where the beginner level ends. So guys, thanks for watching this video from the beginning to this moment. I really appreciate you guys, and I commend your efforts in learning Python programming language. But for you to be more professional than this, you need to subscribe to our advanced master Python class, because that one covers a lot than this. So guys, I really appreciate your efforts towards these tutorial videos that we have done so far on Python programming language. So guys, see you in the master class. Bye.